Okay, so we got that up in place. Just a simple piece of wood up there as a spacer. And that comes down, lines up with the shelf nicely. So now the question is, do we run this rod behind on both? Okay, we have about that much room if we do, right? So do we run the rod behind? Or do I put the rod in front on this one? And I could either run it at an angle. I could run from in front of this one, because see, I can put the block of wood in the front of this instead of the back of this. So I could run the rod at an angle so it goes back to that other one, or I can put even another block of wood over here to mount it to, or something along those lines to mount it into right there. And we run it in front. If I run it in front, then there's a really big gap. You can see that's where it would be if I ran it in front. So now I just got to decide, do I want to run it in front or do I want to run it in back? But that's going to dictate where I put this other post, because I'm just going to make the wood on this side just come down and match up with the shelf and be exactly the one for it. Now, like, this will go into the actual handle, wood handle. So now I'll have both a handle over here on the side to come and go from, as well as now the only other nice thing about if I did put it on the front is with the wood over here. If I put the wood on the front, then it would be smooth wood that I'd be grabbing onto on that side, versus if I put the wood on the back of that, then my hand's going to be touching this metal, and it's going to be touching the these things. Whereas if I put it on the front, I can just run some carriage bolts through, or even just some really heavy duty screws that don't even come all the way through. So there would only be the nut on the back, the hex head on the back, and then it would just be a smooth wooden piece here on the front. So that's my options. And this bends side to side, so I can bend that over to there so it lines up with the shelf, but it would mount to the shelf. And it also now has created a stopper for the shelf. Now the only downside about that is, originally I said if I wanted to put paddle boards up here or something, so that might be a reason to go ahead and run it behind, because then it matches up with this one over here on the same depth, the same plane, if you will. So anyhow, I'm just figuring out here what I'm doing, if I'm going to run the block of wood behind like this one and have it go up in there, or if I'm going to run it in front. I'm thinking behind. So it's just crummy that then that'll be the hex heads. Maybe I'll run like some instead of hex heads, I'll run some like carriage bolts heads there instead. Maybe I can get away with some carriage bolt heads right there that are smooth, and then just have the nuts on the back side of it, so I can just, that's not too sharp, but I can go ahead and polish that down even further with the grinder. Oh, and I cut this off here. I rounded that off, so it's only 3 holes long. I left one eyelet on there in case I needed something to hook onto. I probably should have left some more material on there to make it worthwhile, but I left one eyelet on there in case I needed that to hook something to it. So hopefully it's strong enough. Don't need to hang a whole bunch of weight from it. The ceiling can't hold a whole bunch of weight anyway, probably pulling down. All right, that's enough of that video. I'm gonna figure out here what I'm doing. See ya.